the rim. We butchered one play that we've run 50 times this year, which is hard to believe. Our whole problem was energy, really. We had very poor energy. We tried, we just didn't play very well together. We tried to do too much by ourselves. Just didn't play very well together, really. Did a good enough job defensively, even though we didn't rebound the ball really very well. But I mean, when you hold somebody at 20 for 70 and 2 for 17, you should probably win. But we kind of got what we deserved. We didn't really share the ball very well at all. And in fairness to our guys, like, no excuses, but we didn't have great practice because we didn't have a lot of guys to practice. So it was a little bit tough. Disappointing, though.
How tough was it finding those combinations given the injuries and just general maybe ineffectiveness?
Well, we were in a pretty good place, 2 weeks ago with our rotations and, who we wanted to play, when. And, we got a little bit disjointed today because we couldn't play those same rotations, really. Tavian really didn't have much. He tried. I give those guys credit. Sincere's knees wasn't very good at all, but he tried. We just have to play better than that. But we had some things stacked against us.
It looked like there were I saw a couple just past communications. It looked like, how much of the trouble tonight was maybe just miscommunication among the guys, particularly with Sincere, maybe not at his best?
I don't think too much of that. More, we didn't shoot the ball well. We didn't share the ball well. We've been averaging 15 plus assists a game. We had 8 assists. And it kind of tells you where you're at. I mean, we just didn't have much juice, really. No energy, really.
Is any of that because of the time of the year?
Yeah, partly. You have to win games like that. Like, there's always going to be some games like that. We didn't have enough pop to win that game, really. We were right there to win it, but like, had we made a 3 or 2 along the way, it would have been a little bit easier. So, I'm disappointed because I have such high expectations, but I also have to be realistic enough to know that, we're gonna have some games that we gotta try to win when we don't play great. Now, again, the definition of playing great is kind of a hard definition. We didn't play great on offense. We probably played good enough defensively. They're one of the better offensive teams in the league, really. And, again, they shot. I mean, I know he's counting. He's going to church, shooting 28% and winning a game, so.
Overall for you, just balancing the youth and the trials and tribulations, the peaks and valleys this season have been, just how do you look at this being another lesson for this youth as it continues to try to grow and develop?
Well, first off, youth is no excuse. So I'm not going to use that. We're 20-some games in, man, but there's no excuse for that. I think tiredness and fatigue, mental toughness is more of a cause. And then sometimes you need to get your oil changed. You have to change your mindset. What happens to people sometimes is they lose their gauge as to what is important. So what is important? There's only one thing that matters really in all of this. That's whether your team wins or loses. I get judged on it. They get judged on it. Nobody gets what they deserve unless their team wins. So sometimes people kind of lose their way, and they have to get hit in the mouth to understand it. So if we win the game, I probably would have fixed it. I would have been more upset than I am now. They lost the game. They know they gave one away because they didn't play well enough together.
Does a game like this prove that this team is far from being what you call a championship caliber team?
That's a good question. We're a little thin right now. Like before, if Mike Hughes didn't play well, we could play Rotroff, and if Rotroff didn't play well, we could play Amari, and then if Amari didn't play well, we could play Bizot or Marcus. We can't really do that now. Like, we don't have as much accountability control as we used to have, right? And so they have to self-check and understand what they really want out of all this. So I'm answering a question in a strange way. If we get it right and we're completely healthy and our mind is right, we're still capable of beating anybody in the league. We've played 10 games and not one of them has been over a 6-point game. Some of them been good. Like, we played a pretty good game today. Wasn't very good tonight. Played a bad half against Rhode Island. Good half against Rhode Island. So we've been a little up and down, but we're a tough out. You know, now the question is going to be, how much fight do we have in the future? You know, can we overcome a little bit of this and get ready to play the next game? Because they're all going to be like this. It's pretty obvious.
It? Thank you.